DC-based artist Chris Combs is asking big questions with electronics. We met up with him in his studio at Otis Street Arts Project in Mount Rainier, Maryland.
I make art with and about technology because I think that in general technologies have great potential and are also a little bit scary. So I like to make art about that kind of tension. I want to point out the ways that things in our culture have changed in a way that we haven't necessarily noticed. My background is in photojournalism. I studied photojournalism at the Corcoran College of Art, and I was a photographer for a while. In my day job, I was learning how to build websites, and I thought that was really interesting. But I also wanted to rewind and learn something that I wanted to learn when I was a kid. When I was maybe 8 or 9 years old, my dad gave me this electronics book. It's a fabulous book. Like, it's a great way to learn electronics. But on page 3, it gets into the structure of the atom. When I was a kid, this was too much for me. So I looked at this book and was very impressed and set it down. In 2013, as a New Year's resolution, I started learning electronics again. At some point, I realized I could combine my art degree with my electronics hobby and start making electronics art. So in 2017, I put a piece on the wall at DC Arts Center during their open hang, which is an amazing event called Wall Mountables. A curator approached me and said, "Would you like to do a show?" And I said, "What? Yes, I would like to do that. And maybe I should make this a serious practice in my art," which is not a thing yet.
Combs's technology needs are so specific, he designs his own circuit boards and writes his own software to run on them.
This like shiny thing that is a blank circuit board. I solder electronics to it. They tend to be very small components. Many of the things that I'm working with are 1 millimeter or smaller. I put them in enclosures that I make or found objects. Anything that kind of speaks to me. I really enjoy industrial objects. This is a piece called One to Many. I'm using all of these individual little clock displays, and the kind of images that I'm hoping to show are things that should inspire anxiety in the viewer. So like countdowns that never quite reach 0, geometric increases, 4 bouncing balls, and then 8, and then 16, and then 32. All these things for me are the idea that automation may reach such a point where not only the work of humans has been replaced by automation, but maybe the machines might take over.
Another work is called Iteration Transmission 4.
The imagery that it's showing is a combination of star fields and these geometric tiles. All of these star fields are the star clusters towards which a radio message was sent from Earth to try to contact alien life. And this attempt may be successful, we don't know, and we will not know during our lifetimes because many of these star clusters are so far away that if we did receive a response, it would occur 500 years from now. So I find that really interesting, the idea that anyone with a big enough radio can send a message that will have no effect on their lifetime. This piece is called Demon Core, and it's a steel box containing a shiny half sphere of stainless steel held from the bottom by a square magnet. And above this is an LED display pointing downwards with green lights. What those letters are portions of a message called the Sandia message, which are designed to ward people 10,000 years in the future away from a nuclear waste storage site. The message includes things like this. We considered ourselves to be a powerful culture. This place is not a place of honor. No highly esteemed deed is commemorated here. Nothing valued is here. And these words are intended to ward future people away from raiding what might look like a really fancy tomb.
Works like lepidopterism, which pins a drone in a frame as if it were a butterfly, and impressions, which lights up only as you pass by, are intended to pique and exhibit goers' scrutiny.
I would love for someone to go away maybe making slightly different decisions or having a little voice in their head that says, oh, maybe I shouldn't enable the location tracking on this particular free app that I just downloaded because that enables a corporation to do something scary with it. I don't expect that everyone will walk away from the art that I make changed. But if there's a way to just make a little tiny change in someone's life, I'd be very happy with that.
You can see two of Combs's pieces in person at the Torpedo Factory Art Center in Alexandria, Virginia, through December 11th. He has a solo show coming up next spring at Prince George's Public Playhouse. Check his website for details.